Good afternoon, traders. This is Sarah Schoonmaker with 7 Points Capital, going over today's trader takeaway. Hope everyone had a good day. It wasn't easy at all. This market is super volatile and choppy. The SPY just only 2 or 3 days ago was at 280, and all of a sudden, 1 or 2 days, we're down by this 164, 162 area. Had a big bounce. Big reversal. So this is going to be a really interesting spot to see if the market can gain some traction again, or are we going to sell back off and then retest the lows around 264? So that's kind of what I'm looking for with the market. Is tomorrow going to be kind of a gap and go up kind of day, or maybe a fade? Time will tell. We have to be extra flexible. I definitely had a hard time with the chop today. Let's see what the SPY did. Intraday, I mean, the market didn't do like a whole lot off the open, just a lot of chop, and then a nice move down in the morning, and then finally just grind it up all day. So I guess we'll have to see if we can maintain today's highs, if we can break above and get some traction up, or are we going to retest down here again? So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. I was trying to just trade the market, the Qs and UVXY. I figured that's enough volatility. There should be a good move one way or the other, but didn't really pan out as planned. Couldn't really make any progress with these Qs. I thought they would move a lot more. Off the open, I was trying to short them. Because I thought, let's see, maybe they'll fade, because I was looking at the pre-market. Looks like it wasn't really, it was having a hard time in pre-market with this 163.20 area, and then just kind of was selling off. So I figured, well, it looks like we're continuing down. Not quite, chopped up, failed at the 200 EMA. So I decided, oh, okay, that's kind of bearish. So I had a really hard time up here, so let's try a short again. Didn't work, was holding, and so I actually tried to go long here. It held VWAP. That was kind of my out. I really wanted to see this hold and start going, but I just couldn't get on the right side of this before it had its really nice up move. So that was frustrating. I just kind of gave up on this one today because at the same time I was trying to play UVXY. I really like this one, but just today it was pretty tricky just because of given the chop. I mean, it had a big gap up. Looked like this was going to fail, so I shorted. It was failing the pre-market, this range it was holding. Nope, right away it was taking off again, and so I thought I tried to short this a couple times. It just didn't work. It didn't really work until later in the day. So that's frustrating because that could have been a really cool trade, really great trade, especially from up here, failing, putting in a lower high. Yeah, so I think today was probably best to trade in the afternoon. Probably best to wait at least till 11. But it's hindsight, we can only adjust and be more flexible. I think going forward, like how to survive the chop, like it's hard sometimes. I think if we find that we're in trades, if I'm finding I'm in a trade and it's just not working, the first half hour of the day, just not making progress, getting chopped around, I think it's probably best to stop and just wait an hour or two. Maybe try again around 11 or 1 or even 2. So I think that's my plan going forward. If, I'm in this situation again where the market indices are chopping, I'm just not making any progress, best to kind of wait. Wait for something like this, because I'm looking at this now. I'm like, wow, there's so many. This is such a nice move down. If I just, got out, or if I just tried once or twice and got out sooner and, and just tried it later, probably could have had a really good day. So these were kind of frustrating. I just stuck to UVXY, the Qs. I actually thought the pot stocks looked weak off the open, but they didn't. They actually turned around. They did okay today. Big gap down. I thought maybe off the open this would continue. Nope, it had a nice, really nice bounce. Actually, I think NBEV had the biggest bounce up today. That one looked the best. Yeah, that one really took off. But yeah, CGC. I don't know if Tillery, TLRY. I don't know if that did much today. That's been pretty weak. Yeah, that's a little weaker. But yeah, keeping an eye on these. Out there, yeah, CGC. Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty good. It might try to grind. We'll see. Really depends on what the market's doing. The clues today were tech was pretty strong. So going into tomorrow, I'm going to look for some follow through in like the Netflix, Facebook, all the techs, even NVIDIA. Tesla's really strong. It's probably holding up the best out of all the techs. So those showed a lot of relative strength compared to SPY today. So also looking ahead, I'm going to watch oil. We have OPEC meeting tonight. So I'll be watching XLE tomorrow. Nat gas looks weak, so I'm going to be looking at UNG. I'll be looking for follow through to the upside in the Qs. Maybe look for a shake the tree kind of move off the open. Maybe, the SPY had a pretty big move, so maybe pulls in off the open and then kind of rallies back up. We'll see. So those are my big watches tomorrow. I thought also TWLO had a nice day compared to the market. I'm looking for good things like this. Oh, dropped down in the pre-market, but then took right off. Like things like this, Netflix, Facebook, that just showed a lot of strength. Like right off the open, didn't really go down much since pre-market. So I think that's the key. Go long the strong stocks that are showing strength on a weekday. That's a pretty good plan. So looking forward to the tech, oil, nat gas, and keep an eye on indices. I think after a kind of a choppy day, usually the next day it gets a little better. I think we can get some more follow through one way or the other, hopefully, at least for a couple hours. That's what I'm really hoping for. So that's what I'm looking for. We just have to be really, really flexible and maybe size down a bit. I should have done that a little better. Sizing down, being more patient, and just maybe stopping if it's not working in the first hour and try again later. So I think those are my pointers for how to survive the chop and maybe what to look for tomorrow. All right, guys, have a good evening. Send questions, comments, smiley faces, whatever, to our Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn page. Love to hear from you. All right, have a good evening.